After Super Bowl 58, finish the sentence. The Kansas City Chiefs are
a dynasty.
What's good, Chiefs Kingdom? The wait is finally over. After a long 2 weeks, Super Bowl Sunday is officially here. We are in store for what should be an amazing game. And also, if you haven't seen, I did post that we will be going live for the big game. So if anyone wants to watch me have emotional distress, probably lose my mind, and get the last 60 minutes of craziness of the Kansas City Chiefs football and eke the last stress out of me for this football season, please do join in. It's always a good time with everyone who joins in and just chatting some good football. And it'll be the last time we do it for the football season, but we do got more in store for this off season. Now, in this video, we're going to approach this a little differently because it is the morning of. I'm going to give you my thoughts headed into this game since we are now literally hours away. And the anticipation, the anxiety is starting to build up. And let's just start there as well, because we've heard a lot this week, and I've got questions a lot this week is, are you tired of being in this position? Does it ever get old? Does the anxiety or butterflies ever wear down? And the answer is no. And I think looking back, I've been a Chiefs fan my whole entire life. So this is, well, one Super Bowl was something I dreamed of. Like, from the 2000s to 2010s was a rough period. We did have some really good moments under the Dick Vermeil era, and it seemed promising. But then it went completely downhill, and it just seemed like out of sight that we would ever see a Super Bowl. So the fact now, we're in position to win our third Super Bowl in 5 years is still surreal. It's unreal, to say the least, and it's something that just doesn't get old. Anyone should know, no matter what you do, whether it's sports, whether it's your profession, whether it's just going out and trying to be the best you always want to win at no matter what you do. And it's the same thing as watching your favorite team. You never go into a season wanting to lose or expecting to lose or expecting it not to be your year. You want to win every single year. And that's how I felt about the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2010s as well. Even when they went 4-12, 2-14, 4-12 again, I believed that team through 16 games would find a way to win. And it didn't happen, but I still had the belief in them. And that is how I approach every single year moving forward as well. So no, this feeling will never get old. Now I know outsiders looking in are tired of it, and they're tired of seeing greatness. But that's the same with the great teams like the New England Patriots. I was a hater of the New England Patriots in the early 2000s because I'm like, can we see someone else do it? Can we see some other team be in a Super Bowl and win it? Now it's crazy to flip the script literally 15 years later, 15, 20 years later, and my team is the one doing it. My team is the villain. They're the ones that's dominant. I would have never expected this in my craziest dream. And honestly, this year might be one of my favorite moments. And the reason for it is because it kills off a lot of questions. It kills off a lot of rumors, a lot of hate. Well, maybe not hate because it's always going to be there, but this Chiefs team is always compared to the Tom Brady and the New England Patriots team. If the Kansas City Chiefs can pull off this Super Bowl win, there's no question about it. This is a dynasty, and no one can run from it. What Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have done in this last 5 years is comparable, if not better, to what the New England Patriots did in the 2010 era as well. The stats speak for themselves. Like they say, numbers don't lie. And what this team has done has been remarkable. That's why I feel like this is huge, because what this team has endured through this whole season, no one expected it for back-to-back years. Let's just rewind a little bit. Last year, everyone thought the Kansas City Chiefs were going to fall off because the LA Chargers, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Denver Broncos had a phenomenal offseason where they won the offseason. They were acquiring pieces left and right to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they filled their holes. They did what they do. That's why Brett Veach is so great. But the one thing that was alarming was they traded Tyreek Hill. And everyone's like, well, Patrick Mahomes lost his main weapon. This offense isn't going to look the same. They're not going to click, and it's time for them to fall off. And in the beginning and midway through, that's what it looked like. The offense struggled. But somehow, some way, Coach Reid, Eric Bieniemy, and Patrick Mahomes found a way to prevail and get them back into the big game and taking on the Philadelphia Eagles for what was an iconic game where Patrick Mahomes put on a masterclass in the second half and played damn near perfect and got him his second ring. Now you go to this year. If you thought last year was hard where everyone doubted us, man, the stakes rose to a completely new level to where the offense looked worse than last year at times. It looked, I don't even know the word. What did it look? It looked absent, disappeared in most games. And who would have thought when we came into this season, we had huge, high expectations for what this defense can do. And I think they exceeded everyone's expectations. They are damn near probably the best defense in the NFL. And I think what hurt a lot of Chiefs fans was they thought the offense would be at the same level as the defense. And if that was the case, you weren't beating this team. But the offense took a little step back, trying to find its identity. And the defense was the one winning itself's game. But when it clicked was the loss on the Raiders on Christmas Day. You could tell. The Coach Reid, Matt Nagy, and Patrick Mahomes, they had to find what worked for them. It's not what worked in the past, it's what worked now. And you could tell when they played Cincinnati, all they needed and what happened was well-balanced football. Run the ball, short passes, try to find a play that'll open up the offense. And ever since that Bengals game, that's all we have seen from this offense is well-balanced. Has it looked like the same Kansas City Chiefs offense? No. But I can claim it may be better because they're not turning the ball over anymore. They're moving the ball up and down field. And the biggest question on all that was, can this team score in the red zone? Because that's something they struggled from early November to basically early playoffs. And now they answered those questions in the playoffs where now they're putting up 3. They're putting up 7. They're putting up points. And if they can do that in this game, Mahomes will walk away with his 3rd Super Bowl ring. Coach Reid will walk away with his 3rd Super Bowl ring, and this will be a dynasty. So for everyone who is wondering if this feeling is getting old, no. You got to put some perspective into it. I know a lot of people on the outside are thinking, man, this team just keeps going back to back. Even when they go sometimes, they lose like to the Buccaneers, but they're still there. They're in the AFC Championship game. They're always dominant. As a Chiefs fan for my whole entire life who has waited for this moment, I would never take it for granted because nothing lasts forever. And that's just the huge crucial thing of all of this as well is live in this moment, soak it up, endure it. Because just like the bad times, the good times won't last forever either. So take this moment and soak it in because it's something that we will never see again. And what Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs led by Andy Reid are doing right now may be the best football we have seen throughout the whole entirety of football. That may be the hottest take, but they're not done. We still got plenty more years with Coach Reid, with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. I know, all the speculation of, oh, Coach Reid's retiring, Travis Kelce's retiring. I guarantee we got at least another couple years with these dudes. They're going to get us back and contending as well. And if they keep us in the same position, the next thing that's going to be talked about is this the greatest Kansas City Chiefs football team of all time? I can't wait to have those debates. I can't wait to have those conversations. But right now, we're focusing on a dynasty, and it is literally right in front of us. The Kansas City Chiefs have 60 minutes of football left to show what they are worth and to cement their legacy on the NFL. Yes, it's a legacy because you win this one, like I mentioned, it's dynasty mode. With that, Chiefs Kingdom, I did want to give you a quick video on my thoughts going into this game. I'm amped. I'm excited. Butterflies are kicking in. I'm anxious. It's also really bittersweet on the last note as well because, man, even though the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, it's very fun. It's very exciting, but it also kicks in as well as, damn, this is the last game of the season. Football is over for the 2023 NFL season. It goes by so fast. Through the ups and downs, the whole roller coaster ride, man, it is officially over. And hopefully Patrick Mahomes, Coach Reed, the whole Kansas City Chiefs organization can be the one holding the Lombardi. You see, I'm ready. Throughout this whole playoff stretch, if you guys watch my live stream, I've been wearing the Patrick Mahomes jersey, but this is Super Bowl 58. You got to break out the 58. We got to recognize Derek Thomas, someone who I wish was here to remember this moment, someone who I wish was able to get a Super Bowl ring. Hey, let's get one for him on the big Super Bowl 58. And also, y'all see, I got the little bling as well. I got the replica ring on the neck with the 3 Super Bowls on there. So we're ready. We're ready to hype it up and go. So I'm cutting it off officially now. Chiefs Kingdom, we got a little few hours to get some food in us, relax, and then it's game time. Like I mentioned, I will be going live on this channel. If you do have time to check me out, please join in. It's always a good time chatting with all y'all. If you don't, I understand. The game, it's a lot in whole. It's the Super Bowl. Do what you got to do. Put yourself in the best environment to enjoy, stress about the game, and enjoy the last game of the season. With that, Chiefs Kingdom, I'm checking out. Y'all take care. Peace.